Unbelievable. I've been talking for like 10 minutes and it wasn't recording. I hate this. I hate technology like this. Is it recording now? I can't believe... So many good things I just said that have all been lost forever. So my attitude is going to be a little sad. Because I hate when I lose content. I was so inspired. I was talking. I did my workout. My girlfriend and I just did some DDP yoga. We used that. This is a really good one. No, not as good as DDP himself, but see, I have DDP. I said everything in the last video. Hate when this happens, but I have a DDP yoga. I feel like I can't even talk right now. My spirit's just so killed by the phone not recording and me thinking it was. You know, I had the DVDs of DDP. I can't even do it. I gotta try. I gotta power through. You know, my hardest thing with getting fit is following through. I make up the best plans. I write the best workouts for myself, but I don't do them. I make healthy tea, and now I'm drinking a lot now. I do drink, like, Catherine got me a really cool, like, tea boiler, like, coffee maker for tea people, for Christmas, and, I can make 2 liters of tea at a time. It's awesome. And, but, like, my Dragon Life, you know, you want to steep it 5 to 30 minutes, but if you leave it in longer than 30 minutes, you're just going to get more herbs out of it, but it's going to be better for you. So I do that every day. I need to start doing sunset tea every day. The thing is, I drink so much sunrise, Dragon Life sunrise tea, is that there's only so much water the body can take. So, but I'm going to start, that's part of what I'm working on right now. Like I said in the last time, I think every month up to May, I want to work out that number of times per week that the month is. So, like, for example, January, 1 time a week. Last week I failed. I did, you know. I didn't do it. Work out once at all last week. I'm rechecking this a bunch of times to see if it's still recording, because I hate when I lose content. I do. I'm so upset about it, but anyways, yeah, so this is my workout. Like, regular yoga, I wouldn't actually, necessarily call that a workout in terms of that, but DDP yoga it's strength building, it's tensing the body, it's a lot, and it's a big step for me too. At least you're doing something. The only bad workout is the one that you don't do. I'm sure you've heard that before. So, yeah, I'm like under 180, I'm 170 something, going down a little bit more every day. Past few days been like, even at 0.2 pounds or 0.1 pounds, but today was like 0.7 pounds. So, I'm going to post on Instagram at Green Ranger Jr. I'm going to post a picture of my weight so far. I've been weighing myself very consistently every morning since like September. I'm going to show you progress on that. I'm getting there, and so, like, I didn't get to say, basically, I was rambling, I like to ramble a lot, but I was talking a lot about how I discovered DDP yoga. Known about it for a long time, but, I followed him on Twitter, and last year, leading up to Christmas of 2015, I saw, McFuffin, I saw, DDP post on Twitter I saw him post on Twitter that buy a DVD and you get 3 months free of his online program. This is awesome. And it's only $8 a month, which is a great deal. And so I bought it was like $50 for a 2 DVD set, which is a little pricey, but it's worth it. And and so but the whole time I haven't even used the D till after the trial went out. And I will be getting the trial again, because it's, well, not the trial, but, at some point in my future when it's easily affordable, I will be doing DDP yoga now again. It's a great thing, because it's like a website that every morning before going to work at the gym at 8, I would wake up, go to the website, select a different workout, and just work out. And then it's also a big component too, because that's also when I was building the Dragon Yoga program, and I was teaching it at the gym too. I'd have clients, one-on-one sessions of my own system of yoga called Dragon Yoga. So DDP was a big inspiration. So I didn't get to talk about this shirt, which I said in the video that never recorded about this shirt. So a big thing about yoga, doing yoga with DVDs, you have to be very careful. Any at-home workout with DVDs, honestly, but you have to be very careful. When I was at Naropa University in 2007, my neighbors were some Hawaiians who also surf like I did. And I'm just from Massachusetts, Cape Cod, but I surf. And they had this Yoga for Surfer DVD. I'm like, all right, cool. So I use that like every day, twice, morning and night. And I had a roommate who was also a yoga instructor. So I'm doing the yoga one day. He walks in and he sees me. He's like, Jeff, not only are your alignments way off, but that teacher's alignments are way off on the DVD. You're going to really hurt yourself if you keep doing this like that. So he showed me basic things. I just got to stop doing it altogether. I didn't want to hurt myself. But yeah, it's true. So it's true though. Because there's no one in the room watching you do yoga saying, "Don't bend your knee that far," like this and that. So you gotta be really, really careful when you do this. So what did I do? So that around Christmas time, I started doing DDP yoga, and lo and behold, he had a Rhode Island workshop in January. So I was like, this is awesome. So I go up to it, and I go to the workshop, and first half hour was just like tutorial for no one that's ever done this before. What moves are we gonna do and how do we do them? And then he had like a 90s playlist of rock and all this stuff, like Nirvana and Jimi Hendrix and all these REM and this really cool like 90s music. And sure enough, first song is Smells Like Teen Spirit by Nirvana. I'm like, I knew this was his jam based off his theme song, because DDP was one of my favorite wrestlers, like it'd be like Vampiro, DDP right there. Before Vampiro came into wrestling, and DDP was my favorite wrestler the whole time. And he's still a great guy. You gotta admire DDP for what he's done what he's done with himself too. Vampiro's cool. He'll respond to some of my tweets sometimes. That's cool. Not all of them, but when he does. When I'm like, screw WWE, I'm watching Vampiro on YouTube. He likes that. But anyways, DDP, you gotta admire DDP for everything he's doing. You have to. And so I go to this workshop. We did yoga for 3 hours. After the warm-up, 3 hours. Did it feel like it? No, it felt like you're doing it for an hour. And because like on the DDP Yoga Now website, there's what is it? There's all different. There's like half-hour workouts, 15-minute workouts, 45-hour, 2 hours even, I think. And basically, it's really cool like that. But I was always intimidated. And then after I was talking to him, I'm like, I can't believe we do it for 3 hours. He's like, yeah, man, it's easier to do than you would think. I'm like, it is. And it really is. Definitely go to a workshop if you can, DDP Yoga workshop. It'll change your life. And I got to meet him after. He signed one of my things. I have a really cool story about a Sharpie. I have to put it in here too in case he stumbles upon it. So anyways, I had this action figure that I got at a Comic-Con a few years ago. A box DDP action figure. I'm like, I'm bringing this, so I'll sign it. And he signed it. And but he did a lecture before the workshop too, when he's talking about he makes you think, what do you want? You can have anything in this world you can think of. What do you want? Out of anything you can think of, what do you want? So I thought of what I wanted. And then he says, now how do you get that? You write it down. Until you write it down, it's not going to happen. That's what he was lecturing on. And so the whole thing about writing down, setting goals. And so he signed my action figure, and I bought this shirt. I was going to buy the autobiography, like the DP autobiography. But he said something that I can't remember. If I ever remember, I'll put it in the book, RangerFit MetaMorphosis, what it was. But basically, so I bought this shirt instead of the book for a reason, because it was like, I forget that. But anyways, he signed this action figure, and And he's looking around for a Sharpie. We're not a Sharpie, and he takes it, and signs it, and we're talking. And we can talk, and he brings that up in the conversation, like, write it down for your goal, and talking to him about branding, about changing, because I was, you know, that's what Jeffrey Oliver is Dragon Yoga brand. So all this stuff and that, and really deep heart-to-heart with DDP, which was awesome. And then he signs my action figure, puts somebody else's Sharpie with the clip on my box, hands it to me, and he's looking at me. And I'm looking at him, I'm like, do I give back the pen? But the look. Yeah, the best DDP face I can do. It was like, and he's looking at me, he's like, are you going to use that pen to write down your goals? And I did. And I did. My goal was, what I wrote down was to be 8% body fat by August 8th. And I didn't reach it. But you know what? This year, I'm going to do it. No, even better. Because it's all about the 7% body fat by July 7th. Boom. One up myself. For one downing myself last year. I got a lot to say. And it was all in the other video. And I got a lot of stuff to do. And stuff. But anyway, this is where I am. You know, second weekend, I did work out one time a week, and it's only Tuesday, so maybe I'll do more, make up for last week. Alright, you're watching RangerFit MetaMorphosis, second screen experience.